What's up, everyone? Drew, aka Catching Rockets here. I hope y'all had a good day today. Traded live today. Took one loss live on stream. And when I got off stream, or right before I got off, as this was happening, I was saying if now we retest previous day value area high, that would be the spot to get in puts and play it down to the previous day value area low, which we had already outlined last night. And it played out for us here nicely. There is a couple of things I want to show why this is the trade versus this here. We'll cover that in a second. But anyway, they faked us out on coming down to this area to buy. I mean, I don't know. I don't think anybody should have been... Like, even if you bought the bottom, you shouldn't be closing here. It's not very much of a move. But anyway, they faked me out here. I bought long here and got stopped out when this happened. But I got in short here and played it down. So one win, one loss on the day. And now let me explain why one setup is better than the other on that retest. So if you notice here, like we break below, right? And then we immediately on the next candle wick up above and close below. Next candle, we get the full body opening and closing below. Next candle, we wick back above, full body candle closing, full body candle closing. This would technically be our retest, right? But with these wicks, like to me, that invalidates getting puts here, right? Whereas here we broke it and we have full body candles closing below. We never wick back above our level. We get a pretty nice move to the downside, come back up, retest it. This here is a nice clean entry for short or for puts, right? So hopefully you guys can see the distinction between the two. We want to see that break. We don't want to see subsequent candles touching our level. We want full body candles opening and closing below the level. We want 3 or more 5-minute candles. We got 3 or more. Got a retest. Sold off a tiny bit. Retested again and then went. Made the full move for the 80% rule. And if you were in it, you should have been in from here to there. And with that, we got... 1.6 points on SPY. That would be the biggest move of the day. And we did it in approximately 2 hours and 10 minutes. So, not too bad. Okay. Hopefully, again, everybody understands the distinction between the two. Disappointing that they didn't come down to this buy side high volume node. They were pretty close. Not close enough, though. This buy side high volume node is going to get deleted as it is no longer in play. I don't know if people are noticing, but if you look down below, pour low, pour low, pour low, pour low. They have so much to clean up. When's this? July? I'm going to delete these. These are old enough that I don't care about them if we come back to this area, at least not now. That needs to be deleted. All of this needs to go. All right. So we have a bunch of poor lows below that need to be cleaned up. Let's go ahead and switch to 30 minutes and turn on session volume profile. I should also add so people should know him. I don't know what name he uses on YouTube. I know it's different. Actually, I think I do know what name he uses on YouTube, but in case I'm wrong, I don't want to use his real name. on YouTube, but on Discord and no, just well, Discord and in Keenan's drag bike racer. He actually just came over to my house. Drove down from Fresno. We hung out. I don't remember exactly what time he got here, but he just left like maybe 15 minutes ago. And I want to say he got here somewhere around 10 or 11. So we hung out for a good 5 hours or so. 5.5 hours. Good times. Nice guy. We grabbed some lunch. Chit-chatted. BS'd. My son played some music for him. It was a good time. There's our levels for today. We can draw SIGs here on the last 2 days. I noticed something, I think, fairly significant when I charted here. But I will have to confirm, look at session volume profile, and see if I am correct. Oh, I also need to delete this. Oh, and I should also add, I'm going to have to share a picture of this, but he, what's it called? Like I sent him a picture of my son's guitar. Actually, let me just try to show it to you guys through my webcam. I'll post it later, but just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Obviously, it's not going to be as good of quality as if I share it on Discord, but here, hopefully, let me see. Trying to get this right is difficult. There we go. So he made a guitar, like a piece of artwork to put on my son's wall, all out of metal. Thing's crazy. And that's part of the reason he came down, was to deliver that. And then he basically, I sent him a picture of my son's actual guitar that he plays with. And he basically made a replica art piece, which looks really cool. Super, super cool of him to do that. I know my son was really stoked. Now we just got to hang it on his wall. Oh, yeah. Interesting, interesting, interesting. This is most likely going to be third SIG. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Yeah, it is third SIG. Pretty good at this stuff. And look at that, our bi-side high volume node. The top is basically second SIG and the bottom is basically third SIG. Interesting. Let's delete this. Let's look at... So, excuse me. Here, our volume profile is very tight, right? We pushed up a little bit more. Volume profile is a little bit wider here. Volume profile is pretty tight here, right? And our first, second, and third SIG are basically the same level at the top. If this was a different week, my sentiment would be very, very different right now. With FOMC coming, there's still a chance we smash through this and, go way higher. But if we didn't have such a major news event, I would be pretty bearish right now based on our volume profiles, these stacked SIGs at the top, tight volume profile range. And I would be looking for some selling. Let's quickly zoom out, look at our big picture. We just have a little doji candle. Decreased volume from yesterday or Friday. Not very much less, but it is less than Friday. And then on the lower side, as far as volume has been recently, right? What's a SIG? SIGs are going to be based on bell curves, right? Let me try to share this the best way that I can. Excuse me. Why is this not loading? There we go. Excuse me. I should also add I am exhausted. I think I mentioned yesterday, like our daughter got like her mumps, rubella, measles vaccine and also chickenpox vaccine. And her face is a little bit swollen. She had a fever, a little bit of a fever for a day. And you can just tell she has just generally not been feeling great. What is it? Sunday night, she cried, or no, sorry, Saturday night, she just woke up like screaming, crying. Last night, she woke up a few times. I ended up waking up at like 3 a.m, I think, and I've been awake since then. Denver Lee Harris, it just means who's most active in the chat. And then the more people chat, it could change. Yeah, most participation. So SIGs are based on our standard deviations of a bell curve. So the first SIG that we look at is the 68%. If you do math, you can see that it should be 68.1 because we're adding these two sides together. But we can't do, 68.2. We can't do 68.2 on TradingView. So we just use 68% to get first SIGs, first SIGs. And then our second SIG is going to be these two combined, which gives us 95.4%. We can't do 95.4, so we use 95, which gives us our second sigmas. The third SIGs is going to be 99.7. Again, we can't do the 0.7, so we just do 99. And that gives us the far extremes of the bell curve. How I use this, you don't want my OF content. Promise. Basically, how it's used in trading is if we're in a bracketed market, meaning like we're going from one extreme to the other, when you start approaching like second and third SIG is where you want to start considering going into calls, right? If it's at the bottom. As you start approaching second and third SIGs at the top is where you'd want to start considering getting into puts, right? It doesn't work 100% of the time. You don't want to use it as a standalone indicator. You need more data. So if the levels line up with something else, like here, we're lining up with this big buy side high volume node, we're definitely looking to buy when we come to this level. Okay. I haven't looked at my other chart yet to see if we have something up here at the top, but we might. So that's what it is. for, excuse me, at the top here we have a strong high. Ooh, excuse me. And down here at the bottom we have a strong low. All right, let me close this. Let's look at our news really quick, and then let's check out the Fear and Greed Index. Or actually, let's look at Fear and Greed first. Probably extreme greed at this point. No, we're still in greed. That's wild. I mean, we're right on the cusp of greed and extreme greed. I'm pretty surprised that we're here. Let's look at our news for tomorrow. Tomorrow we actually have a few things. We have JOLTS, job openings, and consumer confidence 30 minutes after the market opens. Everything else is after the close. Australia CPI quarter over quarter, CPI year over year, and trim mean CPI quarter over quarter. But the only thing that should really affect us is going to be this. I would say tomorrow will probably be very similar today as far as price action. It'll probably be fairly choppy. And the reason being is on Wednesday, we have the FOMC. We have the federal fund rate and the FOMC statement, FOMC press conference. So from now till then, price action is probably going to be fairly choppy. Not ideal for trading. Just an FYI. Not ideal, especially if you're trading options. Futures traders can get away with it because we can sit in a trade all day and wait for, yeah, definitely feet on point. Yeah. Very, you've never seen feet like mine. Not in a good way. Yeah. Let's look at what we're doing right now on ES. A whole lot of nothing. Where's the open here? Probably. No. Yeah, we're still just chopping sideways. This is the entire price action for the overnight session so far, and we're almost 2 hours in. And it's basically at the same level that it opened right now. Very tight, not worth trading, not worth looking at. With that said, let me load up my other software and see if we see any imbalances or sell side high volume nodes. Let's see. 7:45 candle. Yeah, I don't even know that we need this information, but whatever. It's not bad to have it. $7.25 candle. All right. Oh, I guess I should show you guys what I'm actually looking at. I'm just doing it off screen like an idiot. Like I said, I'm pretty exhausted right now. Right here, so I need to delete this box. We have pretty significant selling right here. And so with that said, full body candles closing below, we retest this area. You want to be in puts or be short. I also want to check my imbalance chart to see if we have any imbalances we created. We do not. Okay. All right, I'm going to close that chart. Jay's Trades, no, because Top Step does not offer Quantower anymore. So I took my business elsewhere. They're only allowing, Top Step's only allowing trading on, what's it called? Their Top Step X platform. And so right now, I went with a company that's actually pretty pricey. I think it's Blue Sky. Yeah. So I went with this company. They offer Quantower, a Ninja Trader, but you have to. I had to pay for my indicators on Quantower. It's not free like it was with what's it called, with Top Step. But I don't think there's any prop firms offering free Quantower like Top Step used to. If anybody finds one or hears of one, Big P, you're hilarious, bro. But yeah, if anybody hears of a prop firm offering free Quantower, let me know because I'll use them. All right, so we've got this. I mean, really, I don't even know that I need to tell you guys where to short or where to be long. But I'm looking for calls. Actually, I'm going to do this because I am interested in this whole area all the way up to the strong low. If they give it to us. And with this said, if we lose this poor low, you want to give them a tiny bit of room. Basically, like if we don't bounce by probably right around here, which is 634.62, you can close your puts and take your stop loss. Right. Same thing up here at the top. I'm going to be watching this entire kind of range here. Frankly, I would rather get in up here towards the previous day value area high versus getting in here, but there's a chance that they don't give us this. But I would really be trying to wait for this higher area up here to grab puts. Anyway, I really hope most of you caught the 80% roll to the downside today. Easiest trade setup of the day. Pretty straightforward. I think that's all I've got for you guys. I'm going to take a picture of this, post it in Keenan's. If anybody has any questions, now would be the time to ask. Hey, what's up, Nora? Nice, Sabrina. That's awesome. No worries, David. I appreciate you guys for tuning in, really. Just know, seeing the same names day after day, same people talking day after day, you guys all hold a special place in my heart. And that's not BS. I promise you that is not BS. Like, I feel a connection to a lot of you where I enjoy our conversations, even though it's like me talking and you guys typing. But I do enjoy our conversations. I enjoy seeing your names every day. I enjoy the greetings and everything. Jay's trade. Apex is fine. Thank you, Nora. I appreciate that. Well, for one, let me give you, I have a referral code for them that'll give you the best price. Right now they have 90% off. I think it ends pretty soon though, so you might want to hop on it if you want it. But the code I'm going to give you will give you the best discount they have at that moment in time if you go there. But I've gotten plenty of payouts from Apex with no issues. And by plenty, I mean a lot. I just started, the only reason I left Apex and started using Top Step was because they offered Quantower for free. Otherwise, there was literally no reason for me to go anywhere else. And I'll be going back to Apex probably very soon. I'll just post this because it makes it easier. This is the link. You can just click that link. It'll automatically give you the coupon code for the best price. Or if you want the coupon code, it's this one here. But yeah, those will get you the best price that Apex currently has. And again, they're great. Like I've got a lot of payouts from them. Absolutely no issues. When I first started trading with Apex, they were kind of slow on payouts. Like sometimes it would take 2 weeks. The last time I traded with Apex, their payouts would just take like a day or two. They had streamlined the process, and they're constantly striving to get better, and constantly improving things like that, like the payouts where it used to take weeks and now it just takes a day or two. So thank you, Sabrina. I appreciate that. So yeah, it's there's really, from me at least, no complaints. Some people might have some complaints, but I actually know a person that was trading 20 funded accounts with them, built their account up to 1.6 million, and they got a cash out for 1.6 million. They did have to jump through a few hoops with Apex. Like I don't remember all of the intricacies, but they had to trade where they were recording their screen, had a webcam recording their face and their hands, like showing it was actually physically them taking the trades. But once they sent that information over, Apex sent them their 1.6 million. So they're legit, like they're going to pay you. They're not going to, back out if you hit a huge score and not pay you out. So, yeah, no issues. Well, thank you, Jeff. It's not even about being here. Some people work when I go live. Some people are busy when I go live. We all have lives, right? But it's you see the same names asking questions, or the same names asking questions or talking to me in Discord, DMing me, whatever else. All of you guys are important to me. That's the point I was trying to make, not specifically people that are here when I'm live. Also, some people will, like post comments after the video's been posted and it's not live, and I see all of those as well. And I'm pretty good, I think, at either giving like a thumbs up and a heart or writing a comment if it requires a reply. I reply to people, like if they're asking a question or whatnot. With all of that said, it doesn't look like we have any questions. Also, I should add a little bit of an exciting day today for the YouTube channel. Hit 6,500 subscribers, which, for some YouTube channels, that's not very much. But I think for myself, that's a pretty big accomplishment, in the sense that I don't really push the channel. I don't really ask people to subscribe. I don't edit videos and try to make them look flashy or whatever. I don't try to put catchy titles that get people to click on it. You'll never see anything on my YouTube that's like next stock to go up 100,000%, or whatever else. I just try to disseminate, accurate, whatever it is, education on trading, levels for trading, information on trading, psychological information on trading. And I'm not trying to make it flashy just to get people to click subscribe. If you like me, you like the content, you feel it's valuable, hit the subscribe button. If you don't like it, I hope you find what you're looking for. And again, that's genuinely sincere. That's who I am as a person. I don't really beat around the bush, just kind of straight to the point, and try to be as real and raw and revealed as possible. I think a good example is, and I have no hesitation showing this. So like, a lot of traders will only show their wins, right? I am perfectly happy to show when I take a loss, right? This is right here in my Rockets channel on Keenan's Discord. I'm always happy to talk about when I take a loss, because a lot of people come into trading with this unrealistic mindset of like 100% win rate, which is just never going to happen. And until you accept that you're going to take losses as a trader, you're never going to be a profitable trader. You have to know, anywhere from, really depending on the person, but if you're a decent trader, anywhere from like 20 to 60% of the time, you're going to be wrong and you're going to take a loss on your trade. And even if you're losing at a 60% rate, you should be getting double your reward for every dollar you're risking. So you should be profitable. Keenan's Discord, you can do it through Whoop or through Patreon. I'll give you the Whoop link. Where is it? Well, I have two. One is for monthly and one is for annual. This is the link for monthly. This is the link for annual, which has like 39% off if you pay for the whole year. Okay. Trying to think what else. Oh, so what I was saying is, like, I don't know, when you see people that just share wins only, they're probably trying to sell you something, and they probably are not very good traders. The best traders I know are always perfectly content to talk about their losses and use them, for education, to teach other people how to trade, what they might have done wrong, what they could have done differently, what they could have done better. Or in some cases, like the setup was there for the trade and probabilities just went against you. And that's part of trading, right? So have to learn to take those losses and not let them bring you down, not let them make you FOMO, not let them make you start trying to force trades, chase trades, whatever else. And also not come back on the next trade with the mindset of, I need to make back the money that I lost. It's always just, if you're thinking from the aspect of, I need to make back what I lost, then you need to stop trading. For whatever amount of time it is. Maybe you need to take an hour off. Maybe you need to take a day off. Maybe you need to take a few days off until you're able to sit down and be like, okay, new, fresh, clean trading day. Let's make some money. Not let's make some money to make back what I lost, right? Anytime you have like that in the back of your mind, you're probably not going to have a very good trading day. So you always want to trade from a nice, fresh, clean slate. Anyway, with all of that said, as always, much love, much respect, everybody. Hopefully you guys have a great day trading tomorrow. I don't even know how I want to word this, but for the people in Shorty's Discord and from the people that are in my trading group, I will most likely see you tomorrow. Trading live, of course. And then, yeah, I'm going to have to pass on ES. I'll probably be charting it in the morning, and I'll try to remember to post it. But right now, I feel like I'm about to fall out of my chair. I need to go take a nap. Like, I'm literally dying. Clicking go live was very difficult tonight because I'm so tired. I really need a nap, and I have a bunch of stuff to do tonight that I need to get done. So I need that nap so that I can do them. Yeah, don't do that, Jeff. But I'll try to remember to post the ES levels maybe tonight later. But I need to go take a little nap right now. Anyway, with that said, again, much love, much respect, everybody. Peace out. We will see you tomorrow. Take care.